Hey guys, it's Cole. I'm sure that some of you are kind of curious what it's like to be kind of a younger person. I'm 14 years old, and to be able to take care of all these animals and do everything else in life that's going on right now. So today I'm just going to kind of walk around and show you what a day in my life is like.
Welcome to ClassyHerps.
Alright, so I get done getting ready for school about 6:30 and I come downstairs, and the first thing I usually do is thaw out some turkey for my tegu, but he's actually in this giant tub right now because we had a bit of a mite problem. But then while the turkey's thawing out, I feed my dart frogs first off, so I'll do that. Alright, there you can see the froggies are eating. They all came out. They're getting bigger. It's been a long time since I showed you these guys. But yep, they do their thing, you know, plants are doing awesome. Alright, then normally I'd come back to my reptile room back here to feed my tegu, but he's not in there right now, so, because I said mites and everything. And then, normally I'm gonna come over here, and I will go through and check through all of my snakes, make sure nothing happened overnight. Today's actually cleaning day, it's Saturday, so I'm gonna show you what Saturday cleaning day is like. Alright, and then I'll come over and feed the turtles, and you can see little Tim there is eating his pellets for today. He's a cutie still. Yeah. He just eats and eats and eats. Watch this. Big bites. It's funny, he's so small, but he thinks he can just eat so much. That is so cute. Okay, then I'm done with everything down here. It's about 6:50 and I'll go outside to check on the rats. So I get out here in the rat shed about 7 in the morning. I'll run through, maybe look through the mothering tubs, see if anyone had babies or any babies died over the night. Of course, check all the water bottles, make sure they all have enough to get through the day. Refilling it, don't, of course, always make sure they have food on top for them to eat. I just run through all of that. Sometimes I'll just check on a few that I like. Just see how things are going, you know. A few mommies. Yep, that's just what I do every morning. You see some mamas on their babies there. She's gonna get off of those pretty fast. Yep. I'll also come out here after school, right when I get home, just do the same kind of check thing. Make sure water bottles and everything are full, because it would really surprise you how much water mothers can drink in a day. I mean, they can down a whole big, giant water bottle like that. If you wondered about this big paper, it's just, I tore up pieces of my bedding bag. The rats like to chew through it and shred it up and run through it. It just kind of gives them a little toy. Recycling the bag, I guess, rather than just throwing it away. They enjoy it. Alright, this week's pup of the week is it's being very difficult. I tried holding it, but it just bit me. So I'm just going to show you it. This is actually a mouse. I've never had a mouse pup of the week, but this one is very unique. It's a few weeks old, and they're at that stage where they just think they're awesome. They learned how to run and bite and whatever. so I can't really pick it up, and Mama's gonna get away from me. But yeah, it's black and white, very awesome colors. It's gonna be a girl. Hopefully she can be a breeder for me. She's awesome, like awesome, fancy nose. Ouch, it bit me. I cleaned the whole thing out, and I showed you on my how to take care of, or how to breed rats video. I showed you what I do there, cleaning it out. I'll put up a little clip again. Alright, and then I leave for school about 7:20, and then, you know, I go to school and everything, and then I have sports practices every day after school, and so then I get home about 5:30 or 6, and usually I will lift weights for about 2 hours every day after that. Alright, and that goes on, but I didn't bother videotaping the whole thing. But then after that, I have different activities going on, like Boy Scouts and church, track meets, or whatever sport I'm doing right now. You know, just everything, always, there's never a free moment. Then, after everything is said and done for the day, it's about 9 o'clock, and then I'll come through and check on everything once more before I go to bed. Then I call it a day. Okay, so you see, I've got a lot that I do every day, especially on the weekends. It kind of makes me laugh how a few years ago I could just come home and just sit down and watch TV over the weekends, and now I don't think I even sit down on the weekends because I'm either between cleaning tubs or feeding something, or, you know, whatever comes up. Yeah, don't ever think that I don't have time for the individual animals, because I still, no matter what, I always find time to hold my little Alan, my little normal ball python that I've had. He's my pet. I love him. He's my buddy. He loves me. My Tegu too. We're pretty good friends. And so, you know, there's like breeders like Brian from BHB, who I don't think I'd ever really want to go that far with it, because when you get so many animals like that, you really kind of lose touch with the individual animals and what's going on, and it kind of almost turns more into a money matter than the individual passion you have for each animal. I think it's kind of a funny way of seeing it, but I think when you get to the point where you stop naming your animals, that's when you kind of cross that line. I'm not quite there yet. I still name all my snakes for sure, but I know bigger breeders than me, not like giant breeders, but they still, majority of their snakes have names, and they're adults. I think names kind of keep you connected with your animals.
It's time for the weekly comment contest.
Since this week we talked about how crazy a day in our life is, we want to know what is the craziest day you have ever had before. Please leave your comment down below for the shout next Monday. Last week's comment contest question, which was what is the difference between pets and breeders, was best answered by One Nature Boy 13, who said, I think the difference is that tub life and being a breeder snake is a lot better because you get food handed right to your home, whereas pet snakes have to be hassled out of their cage to be fed, which in my opinion will make them more aggressive with tank life. And being more of a pet, you get annoyed and bothered more, except for Alan, smiley face, with the tub life. The only time you have to get bothered, which they rarely, and you get bothered, is just for food and water, which you would probably want. Good job. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be hassled while I'm eating either. See you guys next week. Cut.